rounding to decimal numbers. First, let's remind together the place value for the decimal numbers. After the decimal point to the right, the first we have tenth, and hundredth comes after tenth, and thousandth comes after hundredth. Now take example on the place value chart. 390,263 points. So we are focusing only on the decimal number. So what comes after the decimal point is a decimal number 405. So 4 in 10th digit, 0 in 100th means 1 over 100, and 5 in 1000th digit or equals to 5 over 1000. Rounding the decimal numbers. The steps of rounding to decimal places. Look at the first digit after the decimal point. If you are rounding to one decimal place, for example 0.081, so the first digit is 0 or 0. Next step is, or look at the second digit for two decimal places. So if we are rounding to two decimal places, we have to look at the number 8. If we are rounding to first decimal place, look at the number 0. The first number comes after the decimal point. And if we are rounding to two decimal places, we have to look at the second number comes after the decimal point. Okay, now draw a vertical line to the right of the place value digit that is required. Suppose we are rounding to one decimal place. So after the first decimal place, I have to draw a vertical line. So what comes after that? Look at the next digit. The next digit beside the 0, the first digit that we draw. We have draw a vertical line. So if it is 5 or more, which number? The number comes after 0. So for example, again 0.0 vertical line 81. So 8, the number comes after 0 next to the first decimal value or decimal place. So what happens for this number if it is 5 or more? Increase the previous digit by 1. So the result for this number after rounding is 0.1 or 0.1. Why becomes 1? Because 0 comes, the next number after 0 is 8, and if this number is bigger than or equal to 5, we have to increase the previous digit by 1. The result is 0.1. Continue. Now if it is 4 or less, what happened for the number? Let's take another example. 2.031. So we are rounding to the first decimal place, 0 again, and the number besides 0 or 0 is 3. 3 is less than 4. What happens to this number? So keep the previous digit the same. Remove any numbers to the right of the line. The result will be 2 only. Why? Because 3 is less than 4 or less than 5. So the rounding will. Example, round 248.561 to one decimal place, then to two decimal places. First take the number again. Now 248.5. I will first round this number to one decimal place. So I have to look at the number 5. 5, the first decimal place comes after the decimal point, and draw a vertical line beside 5, and look at the number after the vertical line, 6. This number is bigger than 5, so to one decimal place is 248.6 and remove any numbers that comes after 5. So 5 and 6. 6, we have to look first at 5 and the number comes after 5, 6. 6 is bigger than 5, so increase the number 5, the first digit, by 1 to become 6 and delete any numbers that comes after 5. Now again the same number but rounding to 2 decimal places. So two decimal places, we have to draw a vertical line after 2 decimal places, 56. So what comes after 6? 1. 1 is less than 5. So remove 1 and keep the previous number the same. So the result will be 248.56.